From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Friday, April 14th, 2023. I'm D-Ray Knight. This is what's going on. A Rapid City man has entered a guilty plea in connection with the fatal shooting of a man in November of 2021. Andrew Thorson pled guilty to an amended charge of first-degree manslaughter on Thursday. He was charged with the shooting death of Danny Aronson in November 2021. Thorson was originally charged with second-degree murder, but reached a plea deal with prosecutors. He's scheduled to be sentenced on May 11th. The RCFD christened a new ambulance this week. Amy Rose has the story.
The Rapid City Fire Department held a ceremony this week to place their new ambulance into service at Station 7. The new vehicle is a 2022 Demers Type 1 ambulance with four-wheel drive and liquid spring suspension. The Rapid City Fire Department took possession of the vehicle in December of 2022. The current Medic 7 ambulance is to be retired.
The South Dakota Department of Education and the Department of Social Services recently announced that they were performing a survey of preschools to better understand the quality of care that children receive. Because preschools are not funded by the state, this survey will help determine if additional funding would create a better outcome for the children who attend them. When the survey is finished, DSS will then decide if they need to allocate money from the American Rescue Plan Act to aid the operation of preschools. In national and international news, a Massachusetts Air National Guard member has been arrested in connection with the disclosure of highly classified military documents about the Ukraine war and other top national security issues. The breach has raised questions about America's ability to safeguard its most sensitive secrets. The Guardsman is an IT specialist identified as 21-year-old Jack Teixeira. He was taken into custody on Thursday without incident after FBI officers converged on his Massachusetts home. Attorney General Merrick Garland says he is to be charged under a provision of the Espionage Act that makes it a crime to remove or transmit classified national defense information. Former President Donald Trump was back in New York for another deposition. Amy Rose has the details.
Former President Donald Trump has visited the offices of New York's Attorney General for his second deposition in a legal battle over his company's business practices, answering questions for around 7 hours instead of invoking his Fifth Amendment protection against self-incrimination. The Republican met Thursday with lawyers for Attorney General Letitia James, who sued Trump last year. Her lawsuit claims Trump misled banks and others about the value of his assets, which he denies. Trump met previously with James's lawyers but refused to answer questions, invoking the Fifth Amendment. His attorney says this time Trump was eager to testify.
China's foreign minister says the country won't sell weapons to either side in the war in Ukraine. Qin Gang was responding to Western concerns that Beijing could provide military assistance to Russia. China has maintained that it is neutral in the conflict, while backing Russia politically, rhetorically, and economically at a time when Western nations have imposed punishing sanctions and sought to isolate Moscow for its invasion of its neighbor. Qin is the highest-level Chinese official to make such an explicit statement about arms sales to Russia. He added that China would also regulate the export of items with dual civilian and military use. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Cloudy and windy today with a high of 45. Low tonight, 32. This weekend, expect highs in the mid to upper 50s. And that was your Daily Slice for Friday, April 14th, 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D-Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D-Ray Knight. Have a great day.